Hey Billy. Oh morning Kirika. Hee. What is it? You. Don't you have anything to say? You changed your hair? Listen up Billy. When a girl changes her hairstyle, it's your duty as a man to tell her it's cute. Really? Then it looks good on you, that ponytail. Hee. Thank you. 10 years later. Kirika. Good morning. Oh, Billy. Morning. What is it? If you have something to say, then say it. That hairstyle. It looks good on you. You look prettier with your hair tied up. I didn't do it for you. It's really hot these days, so I just changed it to fit the weather. That's all. Kirika? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and this good boy will let you pet him. My son just asked me how I know his name. I'm not in the mood tonight. People coming over. Me. Tidies up. Husband. Fires up the barbecue. Toddler. Removes all clothing. My 3-year-old asked what my favorite animal is, and when I said penguin she yelled no it isn't, and then she yelled at me until I agreed that my favorite animal was a bat and I don't like bats. Or 3-year-olds. Circle the smallest number. Tell or show how you know the answer. My 4-year-old took a bite out of all of the muffins to determine his favorite. The verdict. Banana nut. They were all banana nut. Yesterday I said to my kindergarteners, alright my little noodles, and one of my boys whispered to himself in wonder, rhyme spaghetti? My 3-year-old, who doesn't notice her pants are inside out, or that her shoes are on the wrong feet, can spot a diced onion in her food from 3 feet away. The teacher asked my kindergartner what his favorite season was, and he said garlic salt. Watching a documentary on ancient Egypt when my 5-year-old stops in front of the TV, drops her jaw and says, "They wrote on walls? You're not supposed to write on walls." I locked myself in a dryer because I wanted to see if it would rock back and forth. But when I got in, it didn't move, so I thought I had to close the door. And I did. And I couldn't get out. Mom, said my 6-year-old. Look at your child. So I looked, and there, sitting cross-legged in a miniature lawn chair, was my 2-year-old drinking A1 sauce straight out of the bottle. Today my 3-year-old niece cried because she remembered she hit her leg somewhere 3 days ago. She said she forgot to cry about her leg that day. Kids are mean as duck. This little girl asked me what year I was born. I said 1985, and she said, "Were you a slave?" My 4-year-old daughter saw someone wearing a full niqab at a playground and said out loud, "Is she a ninja? It's not even Halloween." I was so embarrassed. When I was in elementary school, I thought that the reason we were supposed to capitalize the first letter of people's names was as a sign of respect, so I always refused to capitalize the name of my 4th grade teacher or George Bush, because I did not respect them. Lowercase, derogatory. 6-year-old, to her crying brother, "It's okay to be sad. Sometimes we need to let our feelings out. Just let yourself be sad." Me, "Oh darling, that's so lovely. Well done. Why is he crying?" 6-year-old, I hit him. One of the kids at my job wrote me a nice little letter. "Dear Mr. Walker, you are ugly. Son, brushing teeth. Daddy, why don't we have to brush our other bones?" Me, "Because they're inside of us and don't need it like your teeth do." Son, "I want to brush my bones." Me, "Son, I want to brush my bones." Dad, me, please stop saying that." Wants you to approve this website. WikiHow, watch a YouTube video without your parents knowing. There's sibling rivalry. Then there's my 4-year-old daughter faking a phone call from her 1-year-old brother's nursery to tell us that we don't have to collect him today because he's going to live there now and he won't even miss us. I had a crush on this one girl in 3rd grade and she told her kids scars are cool, so I stabbed myself with a pencil. I didn't get her attention, all I got was a band-aid. 6-year-old. Do dragons fart fire? Me, I don't know. 6. I thought you went to college. When I was like 6, my mum was giving me a bath and she had to leave the room for a second, so she told me not to leave the bath under any circumstances. So I didn't. Not even when I farted and a turd came out and floated around with me in the tub. Search on Google. Really hot girl. Search on Google. Dad Gappy made me look that up, don't yell at me. 4-year-old daughter is crying her eyes out. Me, what's wrong? Tutu? 4-year-old, moving her hands on the sofa. If my fingers were markers they would ruin the sofa. Me, but your fingers are not markers? 4-year-old, peak distress. I said if. 5-year-old, guess what? Today in school someone's eye broke open. Me, what? 5-year-old, I'm done telling this story. What is the dumbest thing you believed as a child? I thought Michael Jackson has to stop whatever he is doing and sing when I play his CD. As a result I never played it at night to give him some family time. My 7-year-old, staring at my face. Me, what is it, sweetie? My 7-year-old, is my nose weird? 2. Kids are delightful. Toddler, daddy I want toast. Me, okay, buddy. Here's some toast. Toddler, I don't like butter on my toast. Me, flips toast over to the dry side and hands it back. There ya go. Toddler, thanks daddy. Before I had kids, I thought I had a great immune system, but it turns out I was just really good at staying away from the type of people who sneeze directly into your eyeballs while telling you a story. My 11-year-old nephew gets a 69 hit combo in the shooter we are playing. Nephew, hey, 69, nice. Me, nephew, explaining to me like I'm an idiot. The number 69 is a meme and nobody knows why. When I was in preschool I took off my clothes for no reason. Literally just got naked in the hallway and they called my parents, who then had to sit and talk to me about why we don't take off our clothes in school. My kid. No, I don't remember where I took my shoes off 5 minutes ago. My sane kid, you told me 6 Tuesdays ago at 2:19 PM that we might get ice cream after school. Cried when I was 5 because my sister was pregnant. They told me I was going to be an aunt and I heard aunt and freaked the duck out. I explained to my daughter that when Netflix started they used to send you DVDs. 6-year-old, old lady voice, you know, back in my day, the internet used to come in the mail. My niece done told her school we put weed in her food at home, that's why she be sleepy. Y'all, it's parsley. My sister going to jail. Apparently my 9-year-old nephew wanted permission to make a Facebook account and my sister was like, no, you're 9, and then he figured out how to make one behind her back and got caught immediately when he sent her a friend request. Lifeguard at the lake. Everyone please exit the water. We are looking for a 5-year-old boy in blue shorts named Titus. Little boy standing next to me in blue shorts. Hey, my name's Titus too. Woman in my train carriage smoothly telling the conductor that her son is traveling free because he's only 4, while the kid repeatedly yells, but I'm not 4. 5-year-old, I have a Mother's Day gift for you. Me, awesome, buddy, don't tell me what it is though, okay? 5-year-old, I won't, it's a magnet. Me, okay bud, see, you just told me what it was. 5-year-old, but I didn't tell you about the picture on it. Me, you're right, I can't wait. 5-year-old, it's a picture of me. When my brother was like 9 he said get the FG instead of get the flag on Roblox, so they banned him and he cried so hard he threw up on the carpet. The kids are romanticizing quarantine. What is happening? I'd give the world to experience 2020 as a teenager. FRRR I was 10. Same. There's a kid on my nephew's soccer team that thinks he's a dinosaur, so he's just out there screeching and biting other kids on the field. I love my nephew, but I'm only here to watch Veloci run. Kid in my son's class explained to me that she was sure he has 2 moms because he has the pretty mom and the other mom. She described each to me in great detail. Reader, both army. Just smoked an 8-pound pork, but for 9 hours, because my kids said they'd eat pulled pork. 5 minutes before it was done, they all said they wanted hot dogs instead, and if that doesn't sum up parenting, I don't know what does. 4-year-old neighbor is thrilled to learn I walk the same dog every day. This looks like this same dog from last time. It is. Dad, it's the same dog as last time. How to lose at hide and seek. Me. Eyes closed. 1, 2, 3. 4-year-old. Whispers. Daddy, can I hide in your shirt? I'll play this with my 5-year-old niece sometimes, and I'll pretend I don't immediately know where she is, because I'm not an asshole, but if I do that for more than 10 seconds she'll scream I'm here and then get surprised whenever I find her after she screams that. Told my stepson to clean his room and walked in on him recording a diss track about me called "You Not My Real Daddy." After explaining to my 2-year-old daughter that the gacha results are random and she might not get what she wanted, she collapsed on the spot. There was a massive unflushed jobby in the toilet. I asked my boys who did it, and my 10-year-old son said it was him. My 5-year-old son is crying cause he says it was him, and his big brother is taking the credit. Have a great week, everyone. Was on the bus the other day and 2 kids about 10 were in front of me. One of them said that his parents won't let him get a dog, so he used to stare at the sun to try make himself blind so he could get a guide dog. No doubt he was waffling, but you have to admire his imagination. Earlier my daughter asked me if grown-ups ever cry. I sat down with her, hugged her, and explained that grown-ups do cry, and that we feel scared, sad, angry and everything she feels, and it's fine to feel those things. She then asked me if grown-ups pee. When I was a kid I thought only smart people wore glasses. I told my parents I had trouble seeing, so they took me to the eye doctor and I pretended to have poor vision. I ended up wearing glasses I couldn't see out of for a month before I finally confessed I was a total dumbass. My 7-year-old daughter just asked me how old were you when you were a kid. I said I was 1, 2, 3, 4, all those ages. Then she said no. How old were you when you were my age? I said 7. She then proceeded to have a fit no when you were a kid. One time when I was like 11 my dad took me to an Italian restaurant and the waiter asked what my name was and I said Sam, but you can call me Captain Ravioli, and my dad just looked at me and said what the duck was that? Don't do that, and I've been chasing that high ever since. Once when I was 9 my teacher told me to write the most beautiful love story I could imagine. And I wrote a story about a shark and a horse who fell in love, and the horse jumped into the sea to be with the shark, but it drowned and died, and the shark was so sad that it also died. The teacher called my parents. My 3-year-old was singing about dinosaurs loudly at the grocery store, and I told her I loved her singing, but asked her to please use her inside voice. She randomly came out with "I'm sorry mommy, please don't lock me in the closet," and a whole bunch of people turned to look at me. I've never once locked her in a closet. There's no room in our closet, even if I wanted to. I said that her sweater looked so soft and comfy. I lie to my child every Friday. This is my 4-year-old's first school year, and he is in pre-K. He hates school so far and says it's boring, so I tell him that if he wakes up and goes to school without fighting me, he can stay home 2 days out of the week. During the week I remind him about our deal when he is misbehaving. So he thinks I let him skip school on Saturday and Sunday because he's well behaved. Before I knew what a live studio audience was, I thought that the people you hear laughing while watching TV were people in their houses. I would sit very close to the TV and laugh ignorantly loud so they could hear me too. Up until like age 8 I used to think that everybody and everything in the world stopped until I was in the area. I dead as thought there was literally no movement at all until I came on the scene. I don't know why. I just found my old diary from when I was 9, and by God I was an idiot. Dear Dad, guess what? What? Today is 4th July. Goodbye 2007, hello 2008. 1 kid's mac and cheese. Make it more orange in color, if possible. I don't know dude, just kill me. I even bought Uncrustables and my kid still won't eat the crust. My son didn't want to be a tiger or a superhero. He wanted to be a traffic light. This child just tried to convince me to hang this watering can full of water above the door for a prank. Who are you pranking? You. I feel angry when you give me work. Stop this. Duck you. Once there was a cat with 16 lives until a 4x4 truck ran over it. The end. Keep your toddler busy by letting them paint the fence with water. When I'm 35, I'll be married to Courtney and I'll be an actor or a singer or a brain surgeon. I'll have 35 kids and each one will have a limo. I'll live in Beverly Hills. I drive a limo, Corvette, convertible, Lamborghini, Ferrari, and a Porsche all mixed together. Courtney and I will buy Bermuda and the rainforest. Every summer I will go to those places. Parents of Reddit, what's your best example of reversed psychology on your kids that actually worked? Took my 3-year-old son to one of those doctor's visits where he was going to get a shot. He was worried about the shot on the whole drive over, almost to the point of tears. We get to the doctor's office and a nurse subtly lets me know that my son is not just scheduled for one shot, but 5 of them in the same visit. I turn to my son with an exaggerated smile and tell him, good news. They figured out how to take that one big shot you were going to get and instead break it up into these 5 little tiny shots, so it won't hurt nearly as much. You could see the relief wash over his face. He stopped squirming and relaxed completely. He took the first shot and even smiled and said it's true. The small ones don't hurt. We actually made it through the 3rd shot before the effect wore off and reality kicked in. Still, I counted it as a victory. Thank you for your service. Slay. Words not allowed. Skibbity. Stupid. Shut up. Giant. Ohio. Grimace shake. Ritz. Snitch. English or Spanish. Hate. You're trash. Dog water. Kid orders odd sandwich that would require several modifications on the touchscreen menu. He refused to let me help him order his food because he's a big boy. Now his ass sitting in the back mad as hell with his egg on a hot dog bun with jalapenos and black olives for breakfast. You gon' learn today. Behold, my Enderman costume from when I was 11. A boy at a museum in Haifa today broke a 3,500 years old jar